Rolling.
Sound speed.
Scene don't take one. Marker.
And action, Rich.
I'm a mutant athlete. I take mutant supplements and I love them. But the fact is, I've been taking supplements and protein powder since the age of 11. You know, it's been part of my regimen my whole life is supplements. Now let's think about the word supplement. What's a supplement? Supplement is something to add to what you're already doing. It's to supplement what you're doing. So is it the most important aspect? Maybe not, maybe so. But for me, it's always been a supplement. It's always aided me in what my goals have been to achieve. And since I've been with Mutant, they chose me and I chose them because I love their products. But it's funny because once in a while we get a little comment, you know, that'll say something like, oh, you know, Mutant didn't make him big, ha ha ha, you know, and it's funny because people think they're being, you know, saying something against me or Mutant, or they're being funny, and the reality is we all know that. It's obvious. You know, I didn't build this physique completely from Mutant, and I'm not giving Mutant 100% credit that if it wasn't for Mutant, I wouldn't be, you know, 280 pounds. Obviously, that's not the case. Obviously, this aids in me continuing to get better and better and better. You know, it's also food, workout, sleep. There's a lot of things involved in becoming a bodybuilder or just maintaining a great physique. So let's set that straight right now. It's basically, no one's trying to say that Mutant made all of us what we are. It didn't. And we're telling you that. So there's no need to try to be funny or, you know, say whatever. We're bodybuilders and we do whatever we can to be the best we can. And these supplements we feel are necessary, you know, for what we're trying to do. And we all take them, you know, we don't all take the same supplements. I mean, I know Ron takes different things than I do. He likes some of the supplements, some of the things better than I do, and I like different things. And I mean, what do you take, Ron? What's your favorite?
Well, I mean, I love the pump and the Mayhem pre-workout. I use the branch chains when I'm dieting. And then, of course, a good whey protein has always been the number one thing I recommend to anyone, especially younger guys who just only have enough money for one thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to get a protein powder.
And you've always taken protein powder,
yeah,
right?
I've always
not
taken protein powder.
like you just started it.
No, yeah. There's no magic in that I just added a protein powder to my diet all of a sudden in the last 2 years since I've been with Mutant. You know?
You got huge.
Yeah, no, I've been using them my whole life since I started training. You know, I mean, the fact of the matter is you're right. They're a supplement. They're something we add to our intake already.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the definition of what supplement is.
Hello.
You know, and it's just like you said. You know, people think that they're being clever. They're letting the cat out of the bag. Like, oh, these guys aren't big because of supplements. They're right. We're big for a lot of reasons.
And we're admitting it.
I'm 275 pounds, extremely lean right now. I've been 320 pounds. Why? I've been training for 24 years. There's a lot of reasons why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But supplements are important. They're something that we can use to get better. You know, can I train without any supplements? Yeah. Do I get a better pump when I use pump? Yeah.
So why not use it?
Am I a little bit more focused and alert when I use Mayhem? Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. That's why I use those
Every
supplements.
little edge we can get.
Everything I can do to get more out of what I'm putting into the workouts, more out of what I'm eating, more out of every hour of every day.
Yeah.
You know? That's a key.
No, for sure. I mean, you use it when you got ready for the USAs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're using the products.
Yeah.
I mean, it's makes it easy too. You know, you got the whole aspect of you know, making things easier. You know, you miss a meal, you don't have time, you know, to get a meal. You have the Mutant as a backup, you know, or so forth, or in between meals.
You even got me on camera taking my pump before I went on stage.
Yeah.
I really did that. That's not fake.
Yeah.
I did that too.
Yeah, I did that too. And it helps.
When I got my pro card.
And it helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't done that because I haven't competed.
Yeah.
But I use it before I work out because it's great.
Yeah. No, definitely. There's a lot of people that always use this phrase. They go, "Does that stuff work?"
Yeah.
And I always say, I work. I'm the one that gets up and goes to the gym twice a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm the one that pounds sprint cardios on the bike after I train back for an hour and a half. You know, I'm the one doing the work.
Yeah.
But my body needs everything I can give it to recover from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm using BCAAs while I'm training to prevent or minimize the breakdown. You know, I'm using the pump to maximize the blood flow.
Yeah.
I'm using the Mayhem to maximize the intensity and focus. You know, I could pound 10 cups of coffee and get, you know, probably feel very similar, but there's ingredients in here that aren't in coffee.
Yeah.
There's chromium picolinate. There's things that maximize your insulin sensitivity. There's all sorts of ingredients in there that you know, if you're a broke ass college student, which I've been, yeah, you can use coffee to pre-workout. That's been my number one pre-workout my whole life. It's been caffeine.
59-cent cup of coffee, not Starbucks. We're talking.
Yeah. But I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I can now use a far superior product to coffee.
Yeah.
Something that has a lot more to it. That's something that has been scientifically formulated to maximize what I'm doing in the gym. And you know, when people say, "Oh, well, maybe that's just 1%." I'll take 1%.
Whatever we can get.
I lost a show by 1 point once for a pro card. 1 point. I'll take 1% anywhere I can get it.
Yeah. Well, that's a champion. You know, he's using everything available, you know, to be the best they can be.
Yeah.
You know, and if this is going to help, we're going to do it, and it definitely helps.
Yeah.
I mean, how long you been training for, Renaldo?
I've been training, like 14 years?
Yeah. And you've been using supplements the whole time, too, I
Using
assume?
supplements. Since
It's part of the game.
The first supplement I ever started with was whey protein.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
From there, it was a creatine. Then I started getting to my glutamines and my branch chains, started learning more about them. I probably think, you know, adding branch chains was a big difference. Because just right away, you always hit this wall in your workouts, whatever time it would be. Mine would be maybe about 45 minutes. I would start to feel fatigued. I wouldn't necessarily stop. But, you know, I throw in the branch chains. I usually drink them while I'm training. And now I don't hit that point anymore. I feel like I can go on an extra 45 minutes just because, you know, there's less, you know, wear and tear in your body. There's less breakdown. Your body can take branch chains and turn them into glucose and refuel yourself, you know, not necessarily with carbohydrates and everything. So especially when you're getting ready for a contest, something like this is very important.
You know, you're actually educating me right now.
Oh, there you go.
I'm actually learning something. I love this.
But that's the thing.
You can never know too much.
No, you know, you got to be open to learning new information. You got to keep learning. You know, as soon as you close off, and you know, there's a lot of people that they just ignore supplements because they go, oh, you know, supplements are crap. I used to take. You know, maybe they'll say something like boron or something. There's been a lot of crazy junky supplements that had no science behind them, and they made it difficult for good supplements that have good science behind them to get the proper recognition. There's still people out there that don't think creatine works. We have stacks and stacks of thousands of university studies now that prove that creatine improves muscle cell volume and improves the explosive contraction of the muscle cell. Well, I mean, we know it. It's a fact. You can't argue it now. So now it's down to the quality of the creatine you take. We know creatine works, so now you got to make sure you're getting a good creatine.
People are looking for that miracle thing, you know, that they're going to take and it's just going to change everything. You know, they're going to see instant results, and you know, they're looking for the easy way out. Take a supplement or take something that's going to, you know, make them be what they want to be in a week. You know, rather than realize that these things are just small. You know, like you said, you know, that just give us a little edge.
Yeah,
and
let's
them
be
all
honest,
combined,
yeah.
you know, over time is what creates a champion. There is no quick fix. There is no secret. There is no supplement that you're going to take and it's going to, you know, make you Mr. Olympia. You know, it's just not going to happen. It's hard work. Yeah.
It would corner the market. You'd be the Bill Gates of supplements. There'd be no mutant. There'd be no, you know, unless we come up with it.
Yeah.
I'd be first in line to take it,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah. I mean, you got to try the product and see if it works for you and see if you like it. You know, I mean, I tried the products before I actually signed with the company. You know, because I wanted to make sure that I'm representing something that I'm going to use and I'm going to recommend. I don't want to be, you know, being fake and not using the product.
You don't want to sign a contract and then drink one shake and throw up. And go, oh man, I can't even drink this. It's undrinkable. Yeah, you don't want to represent something like that. I know
and then be telling people, oh, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we've all gotten it. You and I had a discussion about it the other day, Gabe, where we'll have a lot of guys. They're usually ectomorphs, these naturally skinny guys that their bodies just burn calories like crazy, and they'll come up to us and say, oh, you know, I took a bag of mutant mass, but I didn't gain any weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you think that you're going to put on 5 pounds with every bag? Like it's completely unrealistic.
Yeah.
Especially for guys like that.
You ask them what they eat, and I didn't eat anything for morning. I didn't eat anything for. They just took me in.
They just took the mask.
I took 2 of those shakes a day and nothing happened.
Then I ate a pizza.
Yeah. Well, okay, 2 shakes a day. Where's your other 4 meals?
Right.
And
What
this
are
is
your
a
other 4
process
meals?
over time. People have to
Yeah,
understand. You know,
yeah.
you have to do it for months and months to start seeing things happen.
Yeah.
You know,
We got a
and
cut here. Let's roll.
Sounds good.
Scene 2, take 2. Marker.
And action, Rich.
I'm a mutant athlete. I take mutant products. I love mutant products, but you know, the truth of the matter is these products didn't make me big.
Start over, sorry. That's my fault. So,
Early.
Scene 2, take 3. Marker.
And action, Rich.
I'm a mutant athlete. I take mutant. Fuck. Let me start again. Sorry.
Keep going, keep going. Count to 2.
I'm a mutant athlete. I take mutant
Keep going,
products.
count to 2.
Okay. I'm a mutant athlete. I take mutant products, and I love the products. But the fact of the matter is, the truth of the matter is these didn't make me huge. They didn't make me big. They didn't make me win the contest I won. Obviously, I think this is obvious, but I'm just here to set it straight that, you know, these products are to help you achieve your goals. You know, they just give you a little edge to help you get to where you want to be. And as bodybuilders, you know, whatever, you want every edge you can get. A true champion needs to take advantage of every aspect they have available to them to be the best they can be. And, you know, everyone takes supplements, everyone takes products, and you got to choose what product's best for you. And these products, in my opinion, are the best for me. That's what I chose, and I was lucky to get a sponsorship by them, and I love their products. But the point I'm trying to make is that these don't create champions. These products don't create champions. We create champions. It's the hard work in the gym. It's the dedication. It's the grueling 2-hour workouts. It's getting the rest, getting the sleep, getting the 10, 12 meals in a day, whatever it takes to be a champion. That's what makes a champion, not the products. But the products help. So, you know, you have to take the products and take every advantage of everything you can to become a champion. And that's what we do here. So I just got to set the record straight, you know, and let everyone know that we're being honest here, and these products don't make a champion. I think I made myself pretty clear.
I think you made yourself pretty clear, Rich. I know that we've all been talking about this since we got to the house, and we've been running into kids at the gym. Renaldo and Gabe and I hit the gym together, and you came with us. And you know, like the one kid said to me the other day, we'll start with this because it's a good place to start. He goes, I took a couple bags of weight gainer, and I didn't get any weight.
Yeah.
And
the bottom line was what?
Well, he said he had 2 shakes a day. I had 2 of those mass gainers a day, and I didn't gain any weight. And I said, well, what about the other 4 meals? What about the other? You know, there's people. They seem to think that we're trying to pull the wool over their eyes.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is like I was saying earlier. I mean, Renaldo knows what it's like to train on nothing but 3 cups of coffee. For energy. You know, 3 cups of coffee is a good caffeine blast. You'll have a good workout. But would you rather train on 3 cups of coffee or a scientifically formulated product that's got a lot more to it than that, like Mayhem, you know?
Well, it's designed for us. Coffee's an everyday, average Joe, you know, energy pick-me-up. This has got a lot more than just,
more than just caffeine.
So,
you know, this is good. This is got a whole bunch more ingredients in it to not only perk you up, but the mental focus, the pump enhancement, all that sort of stuff, you know? I mean, we've all got some products in front of us because, you know, we all chose products that we wanted to talk about them, you know? I mean, what about you, Renaldo?
Well, I mean, I got the pump here and the branch chains, and, you know, I just want to go into, you know, what started it. The first thing I started using was a whey protein, right? And using the whey protein, I understood that it wasn't just the whey protein. You know, it was what I'm eating all day, and the whey protein is just something I use at a certain time because it is fast, and that's the only reason. You know, beyond that, I started, you know, I got into creatine. We have a creatine here. Then I went over to branch chains and glutamine, and you know, I really noticed a difference, especially when I threw in branch chains, because you know, you're gonna get a lot more endurance in your workouts. Usually I get like a 45-minute mark where I start feeling kind of sluggish, but then, you know, I'm drinking a branch chains as I'm training, and I can go well beyond that point. And, you know, the thing about branch chains is it really, you know, prevents muscle breakdown, prevents that wear and tear during your workout, and your body can actually take branch chains and turn them into energy, which is going to fuel you, you know, without carbohydrates. So if you're, you know, if you're down on carbs, you're trying to get ready for a show, you're dieting, branch chains make a huge difference. But everything else has to be in order. You know?
Yeah, you can't miss 3 meals and expect the branch chains to carry you through a 90-minute quad workout.
No way.
You know, and that's the problem that we're running into, right? I mean, is people thinking that this is what we're trying to tell them.
Right.
And that's not what we're trying to tell them.
Well, I think there's been a lot of exacerbated, ads in the past in the magazines that we've all read that have claimed ridiculous, wacky claims. That this is this product. If you take this product and this product only, it's going to do A, B, and C.
619% more intensity.
Whatever, what have you?
Well, that's what people want. They're looking for that easy way out. They don't want to work. They want to find that easy way out to get what they want to get, the easy way. And they got to realize the only way to get to where you want to be is hard work. Right. You got to work your ass off. This isn't going to get you to be a champion. You got to work your ass off and add this and and so on and so forth. And that's what's going to be a true champion.
And Rich, you've been training the longest out of all of us. How many years, or since when?
31 years.
31 years, and I've been 19 now. I've been training since I was 16.
Yeah, I got 24 years of banging.
15.
15, yeah.
So as you accumulative, we've got over 100 years worth of experience.
Then the guy with the fewest years has the pro card.
Yeah. But you've got the equivalent at this mutant table sitting here of a fucking Yoda, right?
Yeah, we got
Essentially,
100 years.
Right, 100 years plus. And, what better place to start than ask us? If we're the ones with the experience, starting from the protein powders that tasted like chalk.
I remember the weight gainers that were basically, if you actually broke down what was in them, it was just cake mix.
Yeah, it was awful.
With extra milk protein thrown in. That's all it was.
Yeah,
I remember blending those up because back when I started, shakers didn't cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to live off that stuff.
Yeah.
I lived off it.
Well, my choice was, the Mayhem and the Creatine. I mixed these together. I also used the pump. That's no BS. I'm not even going to try to do a workout without my pump. But the Creatine and the Mayhem for me, like you said, mental focus. I've always been a huge fan of creatine. I've been using it since I was 17 years old.
Yep.
And it's one of the very few products that I found that buying the right one is important, but creatine works. Bar none, it works.
Like we were talking earlier, there's thousands of studies now that irrefutably prove that creatine supplementation does maximize cell volume and increase performance. It just simply does.
See, I'm learning something here. Listening to you guys talk, I'm kind of like the old school guy. I eat big, I work out big, and I sleep big, and I just, kill it in the gym. This stuff is educating me somewhat. I mean, I do use a lot of the products, but I don't know as much of this. This is good for me. I like this. Well, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, as long as people remember that this is a component of the plan. I mean, the pump works so well for me because my carbs, protein, sodium, fluid are all planned and all on par with where they're supposed to be. But if you're dehydrated, you haven't drank anything, the pump's not going to help you during your workout. And people have to know.
It's not a miracle.
Yeah, you have to have your shit together.
Yeah.
For this stuff to have the effect that it can have. You have to allow it to work by doing the work.
Yeah, you definitely have to.
I always tell people, you get the guy comes up to you and doesn't, they obviously look at you and they're looking to get some, results, and then they come up to you and it's like, what kind of protein do you take? And I kind of don't even care to tell them.
You skipped right over
because it's like, protein. What kind of protein do I take? Well, there's egg whites, there's chicken breast, there's fish, there's steak. I take that kind of protein. What kind of protein do you take? Yeah. They don't seem to want to get that. And then, further explanation is just turns into, you got to look at it like this. Protein is more like the icing on the cake, or basically supplements are the icing on the cake. You got to build out that foundation, and then you put that pretty little layer on top, and then you're going to get something, really excellent. But if you don't have the whole cake, what's the use of the frosting?
People want the easy way out.
Exactly.
That's what they want. And, there is no easy way out, guys. You got to work hard. You got to work your ass off in the gym. And this is going to help, but it's not going to create a champion. So you have to know that. When you buy the product, you have to realize that if you buy that bag of mass, you're not going to be a huge bodybuilder in 3 months. That's not the answer. The answer is hard work in the gym, eating 10 to 12 times a day, and getting your sleep. That's the truth. And if you don't have that, don't even attempt it. If you don't have that mentality that you want to be the best you can be and you're going to do whatever it takes, then don't even go that way, because we don't want to hear you sit and complain and ask questions and blah, blah, blah. If you decide to take that road, do it right and do everything it takes and be a champion. Right?
Right.
Well, over 100 years at this table says so.
Exactly.
And it's got there.